I just got this new machine. This is a little bit out of my comfort zone. I had to disconnect all the computer components of this machine in order to get it home. I thought I would show setting up the Juki LU 2810-7. Hooked back up and in operation. In order to get this whole unit home, I had to take the head off of the table. In order to do that, I had to take all these wires. I took a lot of photos and whatnot of these plug-ins to document it, so I should be able to get this all hooked back up. But whenever you get into a computer model like this, there's a lot more complication involved. When I picked this machine up, and I mean literally, I noticed that this is the heaviest machine, barring a 30-inch long arm. This is the heaviest machine I've ever picked up. Looks like 141. Now I'm going to feed these wires through this slot, and then we can start hooking them up on the computer that's mounted below the table. There is also an oil tube that goes down into the drip pan. I disconnected it and reconnected it right here. So there is a slot in the cover that all the wires will go through. There's a wire clamp that will hold the wires once they're routed in here. So I'm going to start with this plug, which actually stays outside of this compartment, just outside over here. Anytime you're dealing with a situation like this, you want to just take one wire at a time. Don't look at all of them and think, I'll never get this done. Just pick one at a time. That's good. It clicked in. Nice. The next wire I'm going to address has a label on it, CN59. I can tell by the photo that it goes into this connector, and I can see when I look closely that it says CN59, just like this. There is a tiny little ridge, a couple of ridges, and I can see where those go on here, so you can't plug it in the wrong way. It will only plug in the right way. So it goes in really easy. You don't want to force this kind of stuff. You know, when you know you're going into the right adapter and you know you have it oriented correctly, in other words, not upside down, backwards, however you want to say it, it should just slip right in, which this one does. So the next plug-in looks like it's just got 4 wires in it, and it goes right here. So I'll try to find that now. This looks like it. I can tell from my photo that the green and white wire go on the right side, so that tells me my orientation. Yeah, it clicks right in. Looks like the next one I'm going for is right here. It's got a lot of colors of wire, and it's a 9-pin plug. So as I look at these, there's only one that it can be. It's this one. Also, these individual plastic pins have unique shapes. So as I look at them, plus there's a lock right here and a lock right here, I know it goes this way. Clips in. That's nice. I can kind of double check where the colors are, and I can confirm that that's in the right place. Alright, the next one has another tag on it, CN44, goes right here, and I can see on the board it says CN44. CN44, here it is. There's also, I noticed besides the pins that kind of help line it up, there's a blue mark on here which I can see that has been made after this was plugged in. So the blue mark extends from both the receptacle and the plug. So that's another way you can tell which orientation this needs to go in. CN58 right next to it. Yep, right here it says CN58. So here's my CN58. The tabs lined up. The next one is the CN36. Looks like that goes up here. It's labeled on the board CN36. And this matches right up. Clips in. Then I've got a smaller one that's in the same loom. It goes right next to it. So that's all the plugs I have. So I'll just button this up and we'll move on with getting the air hoses hooked up. This bigger, shorter pneumatic tube. This is an exhaust tube and it should be placed into the drip pan. You put it in the drip pan just because there may be some moisture that comes along with the air and it just runs out into the drip pan. So I'll hook up this air tube to the air regulator. There is simple push connect here that this hose slips into. Shove it in and then it connects like that. The air supply goes here. The target for this is 0.5 to 0.55. Also there is a little green mark. So I'm at 0.6. We need to turn that down. Okay, it's time for the smoke test. The smoke test is when you turn it on and look for smoke. Okay, sounded like it went through a little startup check there. There's no flashing lights here, so that's a good sign. Seem to be able to move the needle. Well, I've got a lot to learn here. I'm going to save that for another video. Alright, we'll try to heel down, which lifts the foot. I think I got this running. It's time for me to learn how to operate the computer. Maybe set up a few things differently, get it threaded up, and start sewing on it. So be sure and check back with me, and we'll do some more sewing on this and other machines. You know, when I had a chance to get this machine, I just thought, you know, I can't really pass this up. There's not many videos on these machines. If you'd like to see something specific, let me know in the comments. I'll see what I can do. I bought this machine myself. I buy all my machines myself. So anything that you can do either on Patreon or purchasing products through my affiliate links in the description, it's all appreciated. It helps me to acquire machines like this and continue to make new and interesting videos. Thanks a lot for watching my video. Please consider subscribing to my channel if you haven't already. I've got lots of videos about different kinds of machines and I'll keep those coming. I also do some shop projects. Thanks a lot.